Hi, my name is Ramon, and let's learn some Sitecore Azure MVC programming. First is, let's download Sitecore 6.6.0 revision 130214 from the sdn.sitecore.net website. Then let's run the installer. Gonna click yes here. Click next. I would select new instance. Accept on the license agreement. I would say complete. Just gonna click OK, and then I'll name this Sitecore Azure MVC3. I'm gonna click next. I'm gonna load the license file. I'm gonna point to my local database, put in the login ID. Usually you won't use the system administrator account, but for this demo, I'll just use this for now. I'm gonna click next. I'm gonna click on advanced. I wanna make sure that all the settings here are correct. I'm gonna click next, and then click advanced here. I'm gonna make sure that MVC is enabled, and click OK. I'm gonna move on to the next page. I'm gonna review all the information here, and then I'm gonna click on install, and Sitecore will do the installation. It will set up the website, it'll set up the database, it'll set up all the configuration that I've selected. This will take about a couple of minutes. Let's wait for it to finish. So it's already finished. I'm gonna click on launch Sitecore and click on finish. And now we have our site up and running. So I'm gonna log in with the default password and username. Okay, so we have successfully now installed Sitecore MVC. Next is we're gonna create an empty MVC3 project. So I'm gonna open up Visual Studio. I'm gonna click on File, New Project. I'm gonna select MVC3. I'm gonna put it on my temporary folder. I'm gonna name it Sitecore Azure MVC3. I'm gonna select empty. And now we have a empty MVC3 project that we can use to copy the files. Next is locate the folder where you created the MVC3 project. Open up in one screen, and on another screen, open up the Sitecore MVC site. And then from the MVC3 project, copy the following folders: content, controller, models, properties, scripts, view, Global.asax.cs. And you should have those files and folders in your Sitecore MVC website. Next is let's copy the project file and also the packages configuration. I've included the packages so that I could use the package folder that was already installed or configured for the MVC3 project we created earlier. And then I'm gonna copy also the solution file and also the packages folder so that I could open the project in Visual Studio. Okay, next step is to open the solution file. Make sure that you're on the correct Sitecore website. In this case, it's Sitecore Azure MVC 3 for me. I'm gonna select the solution file. You'll have this project unavailable. I'm gonna fix this by removing the project and then adding in the one that we created. Make sure you're on the correct folder. Then I'm gonna add this one, and I'm just gonna show all files. As you can see the Sitecore folders and files also are there. I'm gonna clean up the web config and remove this. I'm gonna add a reference, the Sitecore kernel and the Sitecore MVC. So I'm gonna click on browse, make sure I'm on the bin folder of my Sitecore MVC folder, and I'm gonna look for Sitecore kernel and Sitecore MVC DLL. Click on add, click OK, and you should have that on there. And then next thing is I'm gonna go ahead and compile this. I'm gonna build this. Okay, there. I have a successful build. Next is let's just try to open up the site. So I'm gonna go to my IIS, select the site, and browse Sitecore. And it should open up my okay there. The site is now open. Next, let's try to log into our Sitecore admin. I'm gonna type here Sitecore. I'm gonna log in using the default password. Open up content editor, just making sure that everything's working. Looks good. Show editor. Looks good. And then I'm gonna log off. Next is a series changes to the Global.asax. So I think at this point I'm just gonna be informal about it. I'll just try to go the changes, and there might be some errors. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fix it. So here I'm gonna go. First, I'm gonna open up the Global.asax using Notepad or other tools, and then I'm gonna remove this, all of this, and I'm going to put that on the code behind. So I'm just gonna paste that one here, and making sure that I don't have any duplicate methods. I'm going to check the method at the start. So I'm going to remove the start, application and application error, formatting, get version. Okay, I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to say I'm going to change the inherits using our code behind dot MVC application, and I'm going to save this. Save replace. Access is denied. Okay, the reason why I have access is denied is I not running admin, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up PowerShell and navigate through the Global.ax file. I'm gonna remove the script, making sure that it inherits to Sitecore Azure MVC3 that MVC application, which is my Global.asax.cs class. To save that, and then this one should be inheriting from Sitecore this one should be inheriting from, I'm going to add in a reference. Okay, let me see which should be inheriting from. I forgot the name of the class file, so I'm gonna just check it in my other folder here, my other code here. Okay, so Sitecore Web Applications, that's the name of the class. So I'm gonna say Sitecore Web Applications. All right, and I'm gonna compile. Okay, form args. I'm just gonna add in the using that web security file again. Okay, build is now success. The next step is to comment the default routing, and I'm gonna click save and just recompile the project, and then just want to make sure that the site runs. Still thinking. Okay, there. So the next step is to add a controller. I'm gonna right click on the controller folder, click add, and new controller. I'm gonna name the controller test controller. We have to, instead of using the default controller class, we're gonna use the Sitecore controller, and we're gonna add the Sitecore.MVC controller using statement. And then we're going to override the index because this is a method on, this is an existing method on the site controller. I'm going to click save, and then I'm going to add in the add a view. I'm going to choose the default. Then I'm going to change this to hello world. I'm going to click save on that one. And then on the routing, on the register routes, we're going to add in a specific routing for this controller. The route name will be test, and the controller will be called test, and it'll go to the action will be index, so it will display our hello world message. So I'm going to go ahead and compile this. Okay, and then I'm going to pull up the URL. And there you go. We have a Sitecore, a hello world of Sitecore MVC. Thank you.